Hey, what's up? This is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel. Who's ready for some fighting words? In this video, I want to talk about Vasiliy Lomachenko and ask the question, why at the height of your career, with the biggest fight of your career, why are you thinking about another fight that has nothing to do with this division? Really quick, if you like the videos, please take the time right now to subscribe to the channel. It's only getting bigger. There's going to be more things coming out really soon. Only takes 1 second. Hit that button, subscribe. Also hit that thumbs up button. It really does help and support this channel and pushes these videos a lot further along. Let's get back to this question. What is Vasiliy Lomachenko talking about with Inoue? Why is he considering a fight with Inoue? He is on the brink of having all the belts, and yet he's worried about Inoue. At 126 pounds, he's talking about. Why is he concerned about 126 pounds? Vasiliy Lomachenko hasn't been at 126 pounds since, like, what, 8 years? Something like that? 8, 9 years? 7, 8 years. And he's worried about that right now. The biggest fight of his career. Everything on the table. Winner take all. And this is what you're concerned about. Yeah, I guess the question is, since he brought it there, let's go there. Is this a super fight between Inoue and Vasiliy Lomachenko? I would have to say yes. I would have to say yes. I'm looking at the popularity of Inoue, and I'm looking at the popularity of Vasiliy Lomachenko. I'm looking at all that they both have done and accomplished, and, you know, all the accolades that they have to their names and their large resumes. Yes, this is a super fight. This is a fans fight, you know, if you're just a casual, but this is also a boxer's fight. If you like technique, if you like skill, if you like all the tangibles that comes with a good old-fashioned boxing match. Yeah, this is a super fight. You're talking about two different nations. You're talking about two contrasting styles. You're talking about a power puncher versus a very crafty and tricky guy in the ring. Yeah, this is exciting. Listen, is it exciting? Yes, it's exciting. Is it what we should be talking about right now? No, it's not what we should be talking about right now. It's definitely not what he should be talking about or even thinking about right now. But you brought it up, so we're going to go there. Is this a super fight? Absolutely. Would I want to see it? Absolutely. I don't even know who I'd favor. So let me go into this more before I start saying who I favor. So Lomachenko mentioned, you know, Inoue's power, and he's like, you know, it's notable, and he's definitely got it. And I'm thinking, dude, not only does he have power, but if you go back down, you haven't been down that way in a long time. How are you gonna feel? How are you gonna move? I mean, I imagine he'd be a lot lighter on his feet. I don't think Vasiliy Lomachenko is cutting any real amount of weight to make his weight today. I don't think he's cutting any. I mean, maybe at best, what, 5, maybe 10 pounds? But he doesn't look like he's too drained or anything. And I doubt 10 pounds. I think that's big. He's not a very big guy, and he's always in shape. So I don't know. I don't feel like he's cutting a whole lot of weight. Can he make 126 pounds? Yes. He lives a very clean lifestyle, but on top of that, he's a very disciplined guy. So yes, he definitely could make the weight. But I just can't get over the fact that you're thinking about this at this hour. Let's see. Loma said he's a top guy, and, you know, it would be great to compete against him. And I get it, because Loma's all about legacy. Loma's all about, you know, what are they going to say about me 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now? What are they going to say about me? What are they going to say, that I fought the top guys? Are they going to say that there was somebody around in my era that I could have faced and I didn't face him? You know, how does that, there's a lot of questions. One, how does that even look? Let's just say Lomachenko beats Devin Haney. What, do you just give away those belts, go on down and go handle business? How does that look? I know Inoue's not coming up. Like, I know he's not coming up. So how does that look? Inoue's not coming up, and that would be a shame if you were to hold up a division just for, granted, I would definitely call it a super fight. I definitely think marketing-wise, it's a jewel in a gem. So, yeah, I could understand that. But you're going to hold up a division for somebody who doesn't even live in it? You know, so it's just kind of weird for me. But is this a good matchup? Yeah, it's a good matchup. Stylistically, it's a great matchup. Stylistically, it's 10 times better than Lomachenko versus Devin Haney, because there's with Devin Haney, there's the threat of a knockout, with potentially a threat of a knockout. With Inoue at 126, it's a real thing. A knockout is a very, very, very real thing. And Inoue is faster than Lomachenko. So there's a lot of factors. Not to mention, Inoue, he kind of prances and pops around the way Lomachenko does as well. And he has really great timing. He's a really accurate guy as well. So I don't feel like a lot of the things that work for Vasiliy Lomachenko at a bigger weight would translate in a lower weight. Obviously, it did at some point. But again, we're talking about a different generation. We're talking about people who've seen you before. We're talking about people who watched you as they were coming up. And maybe even, who knows? Maybe Inoue saw, Vasiliy Lomachenko and said, it'd be awesome if I could fight that guy one day. Maybe once I get to like fight at 118 or something like that. Who knows? Maybe we can make that happen. But out of all places, it's a weird thing for him to be thinking about, especially at this hour. I think you have a bigger monster in front of you, to be worried and to be consumed with. Let's see. How does Lomachenko do against Inoue? I think he loses, quite frankly. I mean, he's only getting older. Inoue's young. Inoue has a ton of experience, and Inoue can crack. Inoue is not slow. He's very fast. There's just a lot of ways where a lot of the tangibles that make Vasiliy Lomachenko who he is, I feel like fighting Inoue would nullify a lot of those things. And that's why I think it's a very dangerous fight. I mean, I get it if Lomachenko wants to test himself, but I still think it's a very, very dangerous fight. I mean, footwork, you're probably about the same in footwork. Speed, I think Inoue is faster than you. Power, Inoue hits harder than you. Experience, Inoue's an experienced guy. Pedigree, look at all that Inoue's done. I don't know. I don't know any area where I would feel confident with Vasiliy Lomachenko fighting Inoue. I don't see any area where I feel like I would be confident that it would be, even a 50-50 fight. At this point in my mind, as I'm talking and this is coming out, I feel like it's a 60-40. I feel like Inoue more than likely would win. Not saying he would win with relative ease, but I don't feel like a lot of the fear factors that are typically there for guys, like after him fighting Fulton, I don't think him fighting. Let me put it like this: Inoue fights Fulton, and then let's just say, I don't know, stars are in line, and for some reason, this fight comes into being. After fighting Fulton, I don't think Vasiliy Lomachenko is the biggest threat in the world for Inoue. I don't think he's the biggest threat in the world for Inoue right now, before the Fulton fight. But after the Fulton fight, I definitely don't think he's a big threat. So I don't know. I just feel like I love that competitive spirit of Vasiliy Lomachenko. I really do. But that's a tough fight. I don't feel like he can win it, to be honest with you. At this stage, because honestly, it's just a fantasy fight for Vasiliy Lomachenko. He's the one who brought this up. So at this point in time, I do think he has the star power to pull it off. I definitely think he has the star power to pull it off. I definitely think, Fulton and Inoue, they settle their business, and Vasiliy Lomachenko says, "Hey, I'm Vasiliy Lomachenko. Do you want to fight me?" Being who Inoue is, he chases glory. Yeah, I think he would definitely pick up on it. I don't think it's a hard. I don't think it's a hard sell to either guy, because all that comes with it, with each other's name on their resume. I don't think it's a hard sell to you or myself as fans. I don't think it's a hard sell for marketing. And I think it's a lot of money. It's a whole lot of money. So, especially if you do this thing over in Japan, it's a whole lot of money. So I don't know. Yeah, it sounds great. But again, I feel like for you to even be considering this, that kind of lets me, or that makes me ask the question, Do you want to be in this Devin Haney fight? Do you believe you can beat Devin Haney? I mean, you're already talking about fighting somebody else at a much lower weight class. Do you believe you can beat Devin Haney? Why are you concerned with Inoue? That's business way over there. Why are you concerned with this man? I get it. He has a lot of, accolades, and I get it. He's accomplished a whole lot in the sport. But I don't feel like at this present moment that's your business, to be honest with you. I don't feel like that's your business. I feel like your business is walking around with a ton of jewelry and training his butt off because he's hoping to make a highlight reel out of you. And if you don't get your mind on that business, I don't feel like the Inoue fight will be there anyway if you get smashed by Devin Haney. So I think you need to focus on that. I think it's a great fight. Win, lose, or draw, sure, I'd like to see it, but I want to see it after the Devin Haney fight. I don't want to see it right now. We know what's coming for you. I don't want to see it right now. Yeah, sure, I would love to see it. Don't get it twisted. I'd love to see it. Everything about that fight excites me. Everything about that fight excites me. So yeah, sure, I'd love to see it, but not right now. I feel like you got something really hungry, really big, really strong, really fast, and really confident within his abilities to do you in and probably in his mind get you up out of the sport. That's what you need to be concerned with. That's what you need to be thinking about. That's who you need to have a poster on your wall, a picture of him, looking at him and saying, that's my opponent. You should not be thinking about Inoue. Inoue has his own business with Fulton. You got your own business with Devin Haney. So focus on that. But I do like the idea. I'm not knocking it. I do like the idea. But that's overall my this video. What do you think about a potential matchup with Vasiliy Lomachenko and Inoue? How do you think that would fare? Do you agree with me that Inoue would win? Right now, do you agree with me that it would be like a 60-40 fight if they were to actually fight? And that's especially after the Fulton fight. Do you believe it would be a 60-40 fight? Drop your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say.